Hello and welcome to London Property Area Guides. I am your host Farnaz Fazaipour, and today we're discussing Kensington, Notting Hill and Holland Park as an area. Although these areas are all very different, we are just giving you a glimpse as to what the activity's been like, how prices have been behaving, and I'd like to say a special thank you to Londres for providing the data. Now, achieved prices. So prices achieved this year compared to last year at time of transaction are 0.8% lower. Transaction volumes are up by 4.6%, so that's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel that we're seeing more activity. Now, the average achieved in these areas is about £1,500 a square foot, but I think we need to ignore that because there's so many different types of houses and areas combined in Kensington, Notting Hill and Holland Park that's less of an indicator of what we should be paying. And the average discount that people have had on transactions is minus 7.9%. So that indicates that it's still more of a buyer's market than a seller's market. But in these areas, the majority of the properties are houses, which is why houses have achieved the highest prices compared to flats over the last 5 years, including this year. This year, I think 4-bedroom houses perform the best in these areas, which is an indication of the fact that these are areas for family houses. So these areas form part of London's super prime locations, not exactly cheap to enter. 1.7 million is an average price for a flat, and 4.6 million is an average price for a house. So what we're seeing from the data is that 64% of the properties that are on the market have been on the market for 3 months or longer. In fact, a good majority have been on the market for almost 12 months. From the stats, we can see that 47% of these properties have had to reduce their asking prices and eventually take a 7.9% reduction in order to transact. What is interesting is that there's 21% more properties on the market, so the sellers are more willing to come to market, which is a change, instead of waiting and seeing what happens. And the data shows that the majority of the properties on the market are between 1 and 5 million, with only 10% of the properties on the market being 5 million plus. I think if you're looking for a flat in Kensington, Notting Hill and Holland Park, then definitely it's a good time because they have really not performed as well as the houses, but that's to be expected. And if you are looking for a family home in these locations, with 64% of the properties being on the market for longer than 3 months, I would say that there might be some hidden gems in there where you might be able to get value. My advice is focus on the areas you want to be in and really get to know the properties that suit your criteria and how flexible those sellers might be. And if you need any guidance, then do please get in touch with us for some further advice.